Alright, well, I am doing a ranked match against Kohout here. This is a match I had and I thought it was pretty cool, so I thought I'd commentate over it. It's my second time commentating because I accidentally had my AC on and it made the audio just terrible. Anyway, normal BT. I have two options here, because I have 2 gold, 10 iron. I can make a gold pressure plate, or I can go for a button. I decided to go for a button. It's kind of up to personal preference, but I decide buttons better. It's pretty normal overworld here. There's not much going on. I do my tab space crafting, and I see kelp in the ocean, so I'm gonna go towards that. I have to grab some gravel here, and I'm continuing to this help. I organize my hotbar with my offhand, and I'm going up to this magma ravine, looking for a 2x1 to crank this portal out, and I have a decent lead. Pop the 2x1, and we're in the nether, like 120, it's pretty insane, and I draw my pickaxe. Yeah, that was not intentional, if you couldn't tell. I now have to route getting a pickaxe into my run. That was very sloppy. What I normally do is, like, I just clear out my inventory by dropping something in there by clicking my offhand, and I just didn't click my offhand, so I just draw my pickaxe. It was not the smartest play, but we are heading to this bastion now. I notice there's a treasure, and I need a route getting my pickaxe now, so I have a plan in my head to loot, like, the lower treasures. There's some chests along the upper edge that I can go into and loot. I grabbed this hoglin here because I noticed I had 2 cod, 2 salmon. I forgot because I forgot that I only made a 3 tall tower instead of a 4 tall tower.
Yeah.
But anyway, this treasure, I'm heading into it, and I obviously know that all of the main chests are probably gonna have iron in it. I just need to get there. I try to mine through here with a smart heads-up play, and then I fall off the map. I'm like panicking a little bit here because I know that I'm gonna be losing time in this split, and this is a big elo loss if I lose this. I end up just finally conceding and making a pickaxe, and because I just have to get through. I run out of all of my blocks, and so what you can do is you can mine through this lower part and get in, which is good if you don't have blocks. I go up and I break 2 blocks here, one above these stairs, which just improves piglin's pathing, and the second one actually lets them get through. I loot that chest for armor, and I'm looking for my iron, can't find any. Put this gilded on my bar, so because I can hear a piglin over here, so I distract it with some gold and loot this chest. Boom, got my iron pickaxe. Cool, we're good now. Get my iron pickaxe, gonna start this route. Thinking about what I should do. I decided to go down because it gets me extra gold blocks, and I want the extra trades. I also get an extra pick out of it. I try to get that one, but it's just too out of the way, so I decided to go up. I already have these blocks mined, which is kind of weird. Like, everything is mined out. It felt very odd routing this treasure with it all like this. I get hit once there, which is not very good, but it's okay. And we're up at the top, just getting this gold. A bunch of gold in these walls. I decided to eat the salmon because it lines up more clean with my food instead of the pork chop. If I ate the pork chop, I would have overate by like 1 food tick, so I decided the salmon. I hear some pigs below me, and I'm gonna try and get them over and to follow me to the other rampart. So I go over to the other rampart after aggroing them, and I drop the gold, and I'm starting to clear up my inventory, kind of just waiting around for them, and they're just not pathing over for some reason. I think they were extra slow because of how I mined the middle part. Anyway, there was a lot down here, which was pretty bad. I get hit twice, which is also really bad. And I think I go over here to check the chest, and then I remember I already checked it. So now I'm getting backups. Backups are good to get. The treasure backups are pretty decent, but in general, like, it's always just gonna be slower than not getting them. I still grab them, and I get both. I think I can leave, and then I see my string. I have 21 string, and I think I have 2 anchors, so I only have 3 explosives total. I have TNT, but I don't think I noticed it, and I honestly wouldn't really go for that anyway. I decide to wait on these trades, clear out my inventory, and try to get a last string trade. I don't get it, and so now I have to go down to these other backups, which are behind the stairs. That one doesn't spawn. I don't know what the odds. Might be 50-50 or 70-30. And this one always spawns, so that one on the right side will always spawn, so I get that back up. And now I'm trading these this last gold block, and I get my string, so perfect. I unhang my pearl, and my opponent enters fort. I'm pretty far behind at this point. I lost a lot of time to no pick, but I'm also thinking in my head, like, there's a chance that they didn't get they don't have 4 explosives, so I kind of have some security there, but I could also just be coping and they were just way faster than me. We enter the fort, and I immediately drop my render to try and spawn some strays, but then I can't see, so I raise it back up a little bit just to try and spot a spawner. Also, you'll notice I'm opening my pie chart. I swapped it to game renderer, and you can basically use it the same as mapless. So it'll find you spawners and chests, and so I just am opening it and looking around, and it leads me to the bad part of the fort, but it also leads me to a spawner, so it worked. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing here. I notice I have 5 explosives, and so I'm like, alright, in my head, I'm committing. 5 explosives, 0, that's how I make up the difference. And I misplaced an obby, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to do. I have plenty of obby though, so it's actually not a big deal. I clear out this. I'm starting to clear out this spawner and grab these blazes. And something that I notice is in chat. I'm gonna check in a second here. My opponent hasn't gotten a blaze rod yet. And so I'm like, okay, I think the rates are really bad. They just get their first blaze rod. So this, in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna clear out this spawner as much as possible because I know that the blaze rates are bad. So I mine all of these fences, all of this extra nether brick that I didn't get with the explosion, and I even start mining this netherrack, which the netherrack is like the least important. It helps the least, but it still does help. So mining out the netherrack. I didn't really know how to do it at this time. I just thought that it helped, which it does help. And you have to mine 4 up. So I'm only mining 3 up in some of these spots. You actually have to find 4 up if you want to be like the most optimal. Filling in the floor here just to like make it easier to grab my blaze rods. And I'm mining this back wall out. This is also like the very last spot where blazes can spawn. I get, what, 3 spawn, which isn't that great, but that's okay. Got my second rod now, after already being in the fort for a while. And I'm clearing out the rest of the spawner. They blind. I got a 4 spawn. And I feel like I've cleared out enough of the spawner, so I start my first portal now to overlap the portal animation with a spawn, which works. I get a spawn. Also, this is gonna look kind of dumb. I'm using boat measurement. It's like an advanced eye measurement strategy, and it uses a macro that resizes your game to be really tall. And so I was recording on windowed mode, so it kept like going black screen when I unfull screened. But anyway, it's fine. I throw 2 eyes there, and I get 1 break, so I know I'm not going down to grab those eyes. So I immediately go back through the portal and kill these blazes, I get 2 rods, 3 rods, 4 rods, and perfect. I'm just out off that. Felt like I made up time, but I obviously can't really know. They could just be getting in the stronghold right now. And then I'm looking for pearls here. Pearls are really weird in ranked because you want to throw them safe, because you don't want to just hit a tree and die to fall damage, but you also want to be efficient with them, so I'm really thinking about each pearl that I'm throwing here. I hit this terrain above. I know that I have still a ways to go, and I'm looking for a pearl. I aim it about there and jump throw, and I hit, I think I'm like 10 blocks off, which is not bad. I do a strat here, which I'm failing miserably at, but basically there it starts to work. Just to clear out the lava so you can just like sprint a second while the lava's gone. And I'm building this gravel, under lava gravel portal, and I run out of gravel, but I eventually pull it off. You break the gravel and light the portal, and then it breaks all of the gravel. I'm in the stronghold. What time is it? 10:56. Not the greatest pace, but that's okay because it's ahead of my opponent. I made up time on that fort split. I know I got a spike right, and I think I got a spike left as well, and I'm kind of just trying to figure out where this is. I see that cave spider spawner, and I get a spike over here to the left. I'm like, alright, I'm gonna try and just go to this spike, because this nav is just terrible. I'm just gonna try and find it. I go in the ravine a little bit, and I'm pretty deep, but I don't find the portal room. And so now I'm trying to like get back to starter, and I accidentally start navving deeper, and then it dead ends. I'm like, oh my god, what's happening? So I know at this point, I'm like, okay, this stronghold's completely scuffed. I just need to kind of map it out and figure out everything that's going on, because I have multiple spikes and there's a ravine through it. So I go back to starter. I make sure top left, like, find out where it leads. It turns into itself and dies immediately. And then I'm going to try and figure out top right. Top right goes into a 5-way. The 5-way dies immediately. And then this mid part, I notice, turns down into some stairs. And then I fall and just notice the portal room. So I should have noticed that a lot earlier. And I'm like, alright, I'm committed. My opponent just found the stronghold, so I want to 0 here to secure this victory. Some people might call me stupid, but yeah, I like to do 0 on 5 explosives because it's fun. Plus, like, 3-bed to anchor is not that hard. I enter end here, I craft all of my stuff, and up my settings, and then organize my inventory while I'm purling, which is pretty clean overlap. It's back small tower. I hit some nice pearls. I know I'm like ahead here. I should have gone to 94. Instead I go to 90. Or 89 targeted, I guess. I've been going to 89 instead of 90 because the dragon never breaks my bed here. First bed decent, second bed pretty bad, third bed also pretty bad, anchor bad, and last anchor also bad. So now I'm panicking. I know I need to somehow kill this dragon. I have 9 arrows left. And I'm boating down, I'm on 1 heart. I'm thinking in my head, alright, I'm full blowing now. The first crystal. Third. Hit the dragon 3 times somehow. I'm really low on HP. And I know the dragon's really low too, so I almost get it there. Each crystal does 10 damage to the dragon. So I'm trying to hit the crystals that it's healing from so that it does the 10 damage. And then it starts flying back towards me. I'm looking for it. I get the first cage. And then second, boom, kills the dragon with the crystal explosion. And so yeah, that's how I won. I don't really, honestly, 5-bed explosive, or 5 explosive 0 is fine. I just need to get better. But either way, that's a clutch end fight. And yeah, thanks for watching.